This just in, folks. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. This is a meme. It's a meme that's been floating around for a while now. The media wants to deny it, but here we have. Here on the New York Daily News. Just in, folks. Surveillance footage from outside Jeffrey Epstein's cell during his attempt on his own life was destroyed, prosecutors say. I think it goes without saying that Jeffrey Epstein did not take his own life. Okay, it's a meme. But I think it's clear after all this time. I mean, I mentioned this earlier. The guards that Jeffrey Epstein have, and I was a bit facetious about the whole issue, clearly didn't seem qualified for the position. They just seemed like they grabbed random people off the street, people with plausible deniability. Both of these guards claimed that they fell asleep during this event, and now we're finding out that footage was destroyed. Oh, I call foul play here, folks. This may as well be confirmation. So let's check out this article. Here on the NewYorkDailyNews.com. So this article is by Stephen Rex Brown. Surveillance footage from outside Jeffrey Epstein's cell during his attempt on his own life was destroyed, prosecutors revealed Thursday. The revelation in a letter filed by Assistant U.S. Attorneys Maureen Comey and Jason Shergold is the latest head-spinning disclosure from the feds about the footage from the Metropolitan Correctional Center on July 22nd and 23rd. Epstein's attempt to take his own life that night while sharing a cell with accused quadruple murderer Nick Tartaglione, officials have said. So, not only does everybody think that Jeffrey Epstein didn't take his own life, not only does everybody think he was murdered with good reasons because he was going to expose the elite in exchange for a better deal. He was ready to tattle on all of these elites who do bad things, who are absolutely corrupt. He was going to expose it all. The house of cards was going to come crashing down, and then he dies. Oh, how convenient. And they expect us to believe that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't killed off by the corrupt elite? That it wasn't a hit job? I think everybody knows what happened. I think everybody knows the truth. And not only that, he was sharing a cell with a murderer. The two guards claimed to fall asleep, but now we're finding out that the footage was destroyed, which means foul play. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal expert, but I'm pretty sure that that's some sort of foul play going on. This is outrageous. Swergold initially said last month in White Plains federal court that the video had not been preserved. He reversed himself less than 24 hours later, saying it had been archived. Now the feds say, due to a record-keeping error, MCC staff preserved the footage out from outside the wrong cell. Oh, an error, you say? Yes, it was an error, simply an error. I'm sure it was merely a coincidence. Really? Okay, look, my excitableness aside, it's quite clear that this is nonsense. The media is always going on, oh, you know, those people out there, the ones who use their logic and use their brains, oh, they're crazy. You know, it's conspiratorial to think about these things and to come up with anything like a conclusion that's different from the media's. Oh, really? It is now. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, slap me silly and call me Bobby Brown, because this isn't acceptable. There's way too many things that don't add up. The footage contained on the preserved video was for the correct date and time, but captured a different tier than the one where cell 1 was located because the preserved video did not show corrections officers responding to any cells seen on the video. After speaking with MCC legal counsel, the government was informed that the MCC computer system listed a different incorrect cell for Tartaglione. Prosecutors wrote in the letter filed in the Manhattan federal court. Okay, so basically what they're saying is the stars aligned and nothing went right. Now, I do believe that it could have been the computer that did this, but I don't believe that it wasn't human intention. It is not hard. If you're rich, you can hire a hacker, and the hacker can access those systems and change them to purposely glitch out. I've even seen several stories where this is the plot line, but how do we know that this wasn't purposeful? And how do we know the official story's even true? Clearly, something foul happened and they're covering it up. Now, I'm not saying that Jeffrey Epstein truly was murdered. I can't make that claim. What I am saying is that given all the evidence, given this shocking news, given everything, there's a really, 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 really good chance that he did not take his own life. It's not just a meme. Most likely, there's a high chance that it could be true. Even worse, there was a backup system for the video footage, but that wasn't working either. How many coincidences does fate make? You expect us to believe that all of this stuff happened? Like, oh wow. Okay, yeah, it's official. The requested video no longer exists on the backup system, and has not since at least August 2019, as a result of technical errors, the prosecutors wrote. Technical errors. The technical error of the elite getting caught in their own corrupt game. Yeah, that kind of error. Tartagline's attorney, Bruce Barkett, had asked MCC to preserve the video days after the incident. He said Tartagline acted admirably, possibly saving Epstein's life. Or they hired him to do the hit because he already had all those sentences anyway, maybe in exchange for future favors. Correctional officers found Epstein dead in a different cell at the troubled jail on August 10th. He hanged himself in the cell which he occupied alone. Now, I've seen Epstein's body. I viewed the evidence, and based on his bones, I'm no expert, but based on what I could see, he kind of looks like he was strangled and then hung. Very, very different than what the media claims. And I still tout one of the forensic experts' opinion. He said that Epstein's bone injuries, like his injuries, look like strangling. They don't look like a hanging. You would expect that like certain bones would be broken, but they weren't in Epstein. It's stunning that a video which we asked to be preserved and which the jail should have saved without a request was destroyed. More troubling are the various and inconsistent accounts of what happened to the video. We believe that the video would have strongly corroborated our client's assertion that he acted appropriately that evening, and we are deeply disturbed it has disappeared, Barkert wrote in the text. So I find it hilarious that they're trying to defend a murderer, and because of that murderer, we're now getting more evidence that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. What a world we live in, folks. Tartagline, and I don't know if I'm saying his name right, I'm trying here, a former Bear Cliff Manor cop, is facing the death penalty for the murders prosecutors alleged were linked to a drug deal gone bad with the Mexican cartel. Why is he in jail? I don't agree with the drug war at all. I think the drug war is nonsense. But the cartel, they're not good people, and I could care less how many he shot. So why exactly is he in jail for that? I'm not exactly sure. Okay, I don't know his case. The footage could potentially be useful if he must argue a jury Tartagline does not deserve the death penalty. It doesn't sound like he does. The Bureau of Prisons declined to comment, citing ongoing investigations involving Epstein by the FBI and the Department of Justice Inspector General. Well, you know how to really make something look like a cover-up? Your official investigators find nothing. It's all a joke, friends. It's quite clear that we live in a highly corrupt society where bad people get away with it, because clearly Jeffrey Epstein knew everybody. He knew everybody and anybody who went to his island. He knew who the bad men were. He was a bad man. He had a little black book. He knew who they all were. According to his lawyer, he was getting ready for a plea deal. He was going to talk, and then he dies. And the media says, "Oh, he took his own life." I'm sorry, friends, but when has the media ever just been honest? They tell you what they're told to tell you. The media is run by these corrupt elite as well. They're masters. If they say that Jeffrey Epstein took his own life, then that's the story they run with. But all of this stuff does not add up. Even a normie mainstream comedian, Ricky Gervais, made the joke. He said the meme during his Golden Globe speech. If a comedian is going to joke about Jeffrey Epstein, well, I got to tell you, I think that the elite just couldn't cover up this one. So let's just take a quick look at the Twitter responses. I want to see what people are saying. So John says, "That's not suspicious at all. We aspire to go to Mars and the government can't protect the most important witness in the current times." Yeah, it's very far-fetched, isn't it? John says, "They protected themselves by killing him. LOL. Piccolo says, "Nothing to see here, folks. Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself." The two correctional officers assigned to Suicide Watch. And it's a picture of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton wearing those disguise glasses. Gunny J says, "That's how cover-ups work." But you know what, my friends? I think that's a good way to end the story. It goes without saying that, well, the only evidence that could have proved whether Jeffrey Epstein took or didn't take his own life was destroyed. But that's merely the obvious. Are you shocked? Are you bamboozled? Or perhaps it's validating what most of us basically already think, that this is a cover-up, that he was murdered, and that things are not as they seem. Be sure to let me know what you think. Now, as always, if you want to support the content that I make, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. There's a sign-up bonus if you're interested in that sort of thing. More details are at my Patreon and Subscribestar page. If you want to donate, I'm currently taking Bitcoin. I am looking into expanding those options. And sharing the video is always appreciated. If you think it's worth sharing, go ahead and post it on social media. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.